of the Positive Thing, the Plus Factor event this evening. I welcome everyone, every participant. I welcome everyone here this evening. My name is Abimbola Shotayo, and I'm your host for this program. And I'm also the convener. I want to welcome everyone. I guess we've got we've got like about 8 participants. We are still expecting more people. And basically, I will just explain what the Positive Teen is all about. Positive Teen is an initiative, is a vision that is designed to support young people ages 13 to 19 to have a positive mindset about life in every aspect of their lives, and to ensure that positive vibes that is needed for their life. You know, in this world, at this point, we have different issues that young people are struggling with. They have different issues that they're currently experiencing, from anxiety to depression to issues about online safety. So basically, we're here to just support young people and to provide a platform, a safe space for you to be able to interact, to be able to share those concerns that you have, to be able to get a one-to-one or a group session counseling. And feel free once again to share your opinions. Feel free to share your concerns. Tonight, I promise that it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a time of interaction. It's going to be a time of engagement. Feel free and be yourself. And if you have any questions, you can pop it on the chat. And we'll be having different games this evening. And trust me, with lots of different activities to do tonight. I just hope that the time permits. And the side attraction is that we've got winners. We've got prizes for the winners this evening. So I want to encourage everyone to fully participate, because there is prize for maximum participation. There's also prizes for different aspects of the segment. Once again, I welcome you. It's lovely to have you. Thanks for registering. Thanks for being a part of this program this evening. But I want to say something, and that after now, we hope to continue. It's not just a one-off program. It's going to continue, and we want to encourage you after now to join the online community, whereby you will be able to read our content. You'll be able to share your concerns. We'll be able to reach out to you one-on-one. Before I go on, I would like to say that tonight we've got 3 speakers, and I tell you, you just want to hear the speakers. They are really great. They've been involved with working with young people, and we've got Tosin Soshanya. She's going to be talking about finding your vibes, knowing you're living your passion and purpose. I tell you, you're not too young to discover your purpose. You're not too young to pursue that purpose and passion that you've got. And many of you, I trust that tonight you're going to find that purpose. You're going to find the reason why you're here. You're going to unleash your potentials and fulfill your purpose. And the second speaker tonight is Julius Macaulay. He's going to be talking about things and technology, online safety. I tell you, many things are happening online. You know, there's issue of terrorism, extremism, and all sorts. But we want to make sure that whilst you're on TikTok, whilst you're on Snapchat, whilst you're on Instagram, you're being safe also. And lastly, myself, I'll be talking to you on what I title Teens, Stress, Mental Health. You don't want to miss this. As we go, before we go on, I would like to just shake us a bit with what I call the icebreaker questions. And it's not for the adults here. The adults you have here are just the speakers and the people behind the scene who are working in terms of the technical aspect of it. So I'm going to throw out some icebreaker questions, which I told you that there is prize. We've got prize for the best participant this evening on this program. And so we need you to just pop your comments, just go into the chat and just pop comments, just make comments. And I trust you won't regret you've done so this evening. So I'm going to just a quick one. If you, whatever your answer is, just put it on the chat page. So let's set the ball rolling. Let's set the ball rolling. So just tell me what you prefer. I'm just going to be asking 2 questions and you tell me what you prefer, English or maths. It's a quick one. Let's see the comments on the chat. English or maths? Group work or solo work? Forget your pencil or forget a notebook at home. Which one do you prefer? If I'm too fast, just let me know. Okay, I go by it again. English or maths? Group work or solo work? Forget your pencil or forget a notebook. You know what? Just put one. You might not be able to write it. So the question, just put one. The second option, just put 2 on the chat page. Do you prefer your teacher to read your text aloud or your teacher to tell the whole class about your grades? Let me know 1 or 2. So the first one is 1. The second one is 2. So would you prefer to take the bus to school or your parents drop you off at school? Yeah, just say 1 or 2. Take the bus to school or your parents drop you off. The next question, multiple choice or essay, 1 or 2. Physical planners or digital planners? Next question, negative thoughts or positive thoughts? The next question, to win a race or to win a debate? Fashion or music? Next one, cat or dog? Cat or dog? Stay at home or vacation? The next question. The next question. Stay at home or vacation? Chocolate or vanilla? Pizza or ice cream? Bright colors or black and white? TikTok or Snapchat? TikTok or Snapchat? WhatsApp or Instagram? A Samsung phone or iPhone? And the very last one, will you stay to the end of this program or you would leave? Thank you. And that's just the icebreaker questions. We'll collate the answers and we'll get back to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to hand over to the first speaker on this epic event. I trust, tell me you will want to listen to her. No other person but Tosin Sosonya. Sorry, I beg your pardon for that. She will be taking you on living your purpose and passion. Thank you. Welcome, Tosin Sosonya.
For Mrs. Shotayo, I don't know if I'm supposed to forgive you for murdering a show, Sonia. Hello, sis. Good to see you again this afternoon. And it's okay. I understand it's the Queen's English thing, so that's fine. It's completely okay. I forgive you. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Tosin, as you have heard. Do you want me to project my slides or somebody break it up?
Would be projecting it. But if you want to share, if it's not ready, you could share your slide.
Okay, whichever one is fine. So I love your energy in the room. I want to say massive welcome to everyone who's joining us from all over the world. But quickly, I want to know, can you put it in the chat box? Where are you joining from? Put in your country. Where are you joining from? Let's see. UK, thank you. UK, Nigeria, Canada, oh my goodness, all over the world. We're global now, guys. Canada, UK. Let's go. Where are you joining us from? We want to know. Where are those people coming from? Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. from Nigeria. So it's good evening, good afternoon, good morning from wherever you're joining from. And it's so good, such a pleasure to be here at this time before everyone. Now, this is like a massive setup, you know, being the first speaker. I'm trusting God to help me this evening. Mainland Nigeria, awesome, awesome. I love it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today, I just want to talk to us about finding your vibe. Finding your vibe. Yeah. If you can see my face, if you can't see my face, that's okay. As long as you can see the screen, that's completely fine. Let's go to the next slide. What does it take to make a difference? Now, guys, is this picture familiar to anyone? If you can recognize anyone here, put their names in the chat box. Let's see. You know anybody in this picture? Who do you know? And what do you know about this picture? Anybody? Brain Jota. Thank you, sis. Brain Jota. Everybody knows Brain Jota. My goodness. Brain Jota. Brain Jota. Oh my goodness. Brain Jota. Everybody knows Brain Jota. How about the elderly man? Does anybody know his name? Thank you for singer of Ngwangwa vibes. Thank you. Like you all know the trend, right? Thank you. So you see, it's funny how we all know Brain Jota, whereas he is not even the composer, nor the singer, nor the producer of the song. But thanks to the power of social media and leverage in the world we're in right now, he's popular. Everybody knows him, and we don't even know the man on my own left-hand side on the screen. Somebody's writing on my screen. I love you, but please don't write on my screen. He's Gentleman Mike. They call him Gentleman Mike. You can Google it up and search for his full name. He's Gentleman Mike. He is the composer and the singer of the popular song that we now know as Gogo Bongo. Actually, that's not the title of the song. It's just a part of the song that has become so popular. And why did it become so popular? Because we all know Brain Jota did a skit with it, and then it began to trend, and now it's global. And guess what? Gentleman Mike is actually making money from it because I hear it's topping the charts on Apple, on Spotify, everywhere. It's topping the charts, and the man, I believe, should be making some royalties right about now. But guess what? This song was composed 41 years ago, thereabout, over 40 years ago. Now, the question I ask myself is this: what if he didn't write that song? What if he told himself that nobody's going to listen to it anyway, so he didn't bother to write the song? And that's why I love what we're doing today. Whether we are 1, 20, or 100, this meeting is being recorded. The video is going live. 50 years down the line, 100 years down the line, somebody's going to watch this video and their life is going to be transformed. So that begs the question, what are you doing today that years down the line, somebody else is going to benefit from? Today, I'm not here to preach at you or to speak or to do any of those things that I'm expected to. I'm just here to provoke your thoughts. I'm here simply to provoke your thoughts. I'm going to be asking you some thought-provoking questions. And the first one I'm asking you today is, what am I doing today that will benefit someone tomorrow? Let's put it this way, what can I begin to do today that would benefit a life down the line? And now let's ask the next question. Thank you. You can move the slide. What's your vibe? And please, when I'm speaking about vibe here, let's not go into new world religion, new age practices, and meditation. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying what makes you vibrate? What affects your feelings? Can you guys put in the chat box what turns up your emotions? What gets you emotional? Whatever emotion you know that you see, you know, what triggers your emotions? That's what I'm asking. And how do you respond How do you react? Now, the difference between response and reaction. When you respond, you are taking a thought and you're owning what you are going to say or how you're going to, I don't want to use the word respond now, to whatever trigger that has come your way. But when you react, you're reenacting the action that has come to you. So somebody slapped you, you slapped back. That is a reaction. But somebody slapped you, who took a moment to think about it, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to slap you back, but I'm going to talk to you about the dangers of violence, or you're going to help them get to see a counselor who can help them manage their emotions or manage their anger better, or whatever you think, whatever you do after you've taken a thought, it's more of a response than a reaction. But the quick one you do, this is just a summary, and this is just a quick, you can go and Google for more things about emotional intelligence. I'm just chipping this in for us to know. Now, what's your vibe? Is it TikTok? What engenders the feelings you have? Are they yours? Is it social media induced? A lot of us don't know that the way we feel is social media induced. If you go on Instagram, for example, on TikTok, one moment you're smiling, the next moment you're crying, the next moment you are like, oh, the next moment your mouth is agape and wondering what in the world is this. The next moment you are angry, especially if this is something about your country, about your leader that you don't like. The next moment you're clamoring for revolution, and the next moment you see a cute baby or a cute cat and you're like, oh. So the social media, and not just social media, the world at large, when you go out and hang out with friends, when you come to school, the things we interact with daily affect our feelings. They affect our emotions, and they dictate either our response or our reaction. But I want to say that instead of you being coasted along and just carried from one place to the other, following the momentum, I want you to live by design. Ask yourself, am I living by design? Because someone said, John Maxwell actually said that if you're not on the table, you're on the menu. I'll say that again. If you're not on the table, if you're not seated at the table, you're probably on the menu. Somebody said it can be under the table. Well, if that's where you want to be. And there are two types of people in the world. The one who makes things happen and the one who things happen to. The 1% make things happen. The masses are the ones that things happen to. So question is, do you want something to happen to you, or do you want to make things happen? You're not too young to make a difference. If you choose to live by design, and there are two things about living by design. Number one, you have to know your true identity. And number two, you have to understand what was the purpose, or what is the purpose for my life. What is my true identity? Not the one the world is giving me, not the one the social media is dictating, not the one my friends are dictating, not the one my parents or my teachers or whatever. What has my maker, my creator? Every manufacturer designs, a spoon has its purpose. You can use a spoon to open the door, doesn't mean that's its original purpose. The spoon was designed to put food in the mouth. You can use a knife as a key. That's not the original purpose. The knife was designed to cut. So yes, you may be able to do a lot of things, but the question I want you to ask yourself is, what was I really designed for? Such that you don't allow yourself to coast along, but to be intentional in living by design. Let's go to the next step. And I'm wrapping up, guys. Now, this picture is the picture of a popular story. The picture is a picture of a popular story that we're all familiar with, especially if you're a Christian and you read the Bible. Now, this is a faith-based organization. That's why I'm feeling very free to talk about Bible characters here. This is the story of Jacob and Esau. And if you're familiar with your story, you know that Jacob offered food to Esau at a price. Now, I'm asking you, what food are you being offered at a price? Okay? And what is the price you're willing to pay for it? A lot of us are under pressure. And I understand the pressure is real. There's no age. I don't even think anybody ever outgrows peer pressure. Because even at my age, there's peer pressure at some level, right? So peer pressure is real. But the question is, how are you going to handle it? I believe, and I'm drawing inspiration from my husband here, because he taught me this principle, that Esau was under some sort of pressure. Maybe he's been perceiving the nice aroma, the nice flavor that Jacob is always turning out, forgetting that he is in the raw material market. He's the one going to the farm to go get the venison, to go get the meat that they are going to prepare, going to farm and all of that, bringing the raw material that Jacob is using. So he has his value along the value chain. He has his place. But he feels like because his place is raw, as it were, is in the place of creating raw materials. You look at somebody who is taking your raw material to create finished product. And I'm speaking to Nigeria here as well. We like to create raw materials. But we look at the people who take our raw materials, create finished product, take our cocoa, turn it into chocolate. That's just an example. And then you look at the finished product and you're like, oh, wow, I love this. I want to be this guy. I want everything this guy has. And Esau must have felt that way, like, oh, every day Jacob is always coming up with some sumptuous meal, some nice delicacy. I want something. I'm famished. I need food. But if you can delay that gratification for a while, perhaps you won't have to sell your birthright. And I'm asking you again right about now, that thing you're dying to have, at what cost is it coming to you? Spending time on your device is at what cost to your life? Because time is a currency that you can never regain. Hanging out with those friends is at what cost to you? Insisting that you want to trend with the fashion, whether it aligns with your values or not, is at what cost to you? Cheating in an exam, losing your values, is at what cost to you down the line? Because at the time, it looked like a cheap negotiation. Oh, birthright, what's that? It's not even tangible. I can't even quantify it. Who needs that? To hell with that. And then he let it go, pardon my language, for a plate of food. But little did he know that it's going to rob him of his generational blessing down the line. So I'm asking that 10 years from now, again, just like Gentleman Mike, 40 years from now, what is going to be the result of the action, the seemingly meaningless action that you're doing today? Nobody sees it. We're just catching cruise. May you not use your life to catch cruise. We're just having fun. We're just doing this. I'm saying that live a meaningful life. Be intentional, because instant gratification from peer pressure may make you lose that which you cannot regain again ever in your destiny. Think about it. You're young today. It's all fun and games until it's no longer fun and games. Time is a currency of life that you can never regain. Money you can regain. If you lose money, you can always get it back. Maybe if you even lose a part of your body, plastic surgery can help you, but you can never get money back. I mean, your time back. So don't waste the time. And that's why I'm going to round up with this. Your actions and inaction. Sometimes you're not part of them, but you're not doing anything. You're not saying anything. You're like, it's not my business. It is your business, because it's going to affect you one way or the other. Actions and inactions have consequences. Thank you, sir. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, Timmy. It says the time is currency of life that you can never regain. So actions and inactions have consequences. Think about it. You are not too young to make a difference. And I dare you this evening to say, go make a difference. Go stand out. And thank you for having me today. You can follow me on social media at Tosin Shosonya on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever you want to find me. Just follow me at Tosin Shosonya. I will love that. Thank you so much. Thank you, my number one cheerleader. I appreciate it. That's my husband. Actions and inactions have consequences. And now that's one choice I'm glad I made some years ago. And I'm going to be glad for it for the rest of my life. Thank you, everyone, for having me. And please, if you know that you can make a difference and you know you really want to live a life that makes a difference, watch out for the post that's going to come along somewhere during this session, so that you can follow us on social medias, on our social media pages at The Positive Team, and you can know indeed how to make a difference, and you can be mentored into living a life of impact and standing out without losing the fun. Who says life doesn't have, living an impactful life doesn't have to be fun. It can be fun all the way. Trust me, I know all about that. Love you and see you guys soon. Bye.
Wow. So much in a short time. Thank you, Tosin. Like we said, this epic edition is not, we can't actually say everything we want to say because of the time constraint, but we will, in subsequent editions, we would have, we'll bring Tosin back. I'm sure you want to hear her again. We'll bring her back. She would be able to download everything she's got for you. Because of time constraints. So every speaker you're going to hear tonight, we're going to bring them back and you're going to hear them in a longer duration of time, and you'll be able to share your concerns. I don't know if you have questions for her. You can pop it in the chat and just ask your questions. We have, she still has 3 more minutes to go. So if you've got questions, you may want to raise up your hands. You may want to pop it in the chat box for her before we go to the next section of the program. I tell you, you don't want to miss this next session, you don't want to miss it for anything. And it's going to take you a bit out of this place. So stay tuned. Don't log out of Zoom. But what you will need to do will take you somewhere, and it's called the fastest finger and the highest dash. I will leak out the secret. So do we have Miss Tutu ready for us? Over to Tutu. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you just give me a thumbs up? Can I have an emoji on the screen? Okay, I want to see those emojis going. Yes. Can I have those emojis going? All right, so we're quickly going to do something. We're also trying to build a social media content and community. So I'm going to ask you to quickly go to Instagram right now. Are you ready? Yeah, I can see some stars there. All right. So you're going to go to The Positive Teen. On Instagram, The Positive Teen. The Positive Teen. Bimbo, am I correct? The Positive Teen. Can you quickly go there and like?
You're right.
So we want to know the people who are going to go there fastest and who's going to give the highest likes, the highest shares, because some gifts are coming. So irrespective of where you are, whether you're in the UK, you're in Canada, you're in Nigeria, if you are the person who has the highest likes, shares, comments on all our platforms, I'm not talking about YouTube, I'm talking about Instagram and all of the I'm just telling you. So great. Thank you so much. The link is in the chat room. So please just go there, like the photos, like the videos, share it to your friends. And of course, we'd like you to follow us on YouTube. We'd like you to subscribe.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you. They've got just 5 minutes. The fastest finger.
Okay, good. So you heard that. You heard that from the horse's mouth. Yeah, you've got 3 minutes now. So I'm just giving you that time to quickly go on YouTube, on Instagram. Please just go on YouTube. We expect you to please subscribe to our channel. Yes. And like I said, irrespective of where you are, your gift is gonna come to you. So you'll be expecting something really good. I tell you, that's already been bankrolled by Bimbo. She's done a great job on that. So please make sure Facebook, you go on Facebook as well, you like, you follow, you share anything that you see there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we've got 1 minute to go before we go to the next amazing speaker. Yes. So are you getting ready? Have you gone? Have you gone there? Have you gone there? Please, if you've done something, can I see a yes on the screen? Can I see yes? I've done it. Done it. I've done it. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. All right. So I'm just going to be wrapping this part up, and I'm going to be introducing someone who's going to be speaking to all of us about a very, very important topic. Social media for all of us, not just for you as teenagers, but for all of us, is like our second home. A lot of us practically live there now. We live there from morning to night, you know. So I'm going to be inviting this gentleman. He is an amazing speaker. He's got experience in this field over the years, both professionally and as a matter of his passion. His name is Julius Macaulay, and he's going to be talking about how, for teens and tech, how we can maintain online safety. Please welcome in grand style. Can I have some claps? Yeah. Yeah. Can I have some claps on screen? Mr. Julius Macaulay is a principal IT consultant at TechRisk Technologies. Thank you very much. I'm handing it over to you, Julius. Well done, bro.
Thank you so very much, Tutu. Lovely one from at Tosin Sotoya. It's amazing to be on this platform, the positive team, the plus factor. And for the first maiden edition, stand up or stand out, what a wonderful concept. I'm very impressed, and I believe that, yes, it's going to get better. People say that the country, the situations, the world is getting worse, but I believe strongly that with programs like this, we get the best out of people. Once again, I want to say hello, hola, bonjour, hello, ciao, hola, ni hao. I love the different hellos and different heys in the checks and all. It says hello from everywhere. My name is Julius Macaulay. I'm an IT consultant. I work with TechRisk Technologies. It's a Nigerian-based company that provides services locally. Okay, yes, I'll be talking briefly about things and technology. Technologies change the concept of the world. Looking at technology, one of the things that readily comes to mind, yes, is what is technology? For the older people, we need to define it. But we have a category of people that is called the digital natives. You don't need to define technology to them, because digital natives are actually people that were born or have grown up where digital technology is currently being used. So if you look at the millennials born from 1981 to 1986, we see them as digital natives. But looking at the teenagers with between the age of 13 and 19, we have what you call the quintessential digital natives. Quintessential based on the fact that they were born into the use of smartphone and social media. Unlike the millennials that grew up with it. Yes, computer was just coming out, gradually getting used, but currently we have people that were born into it. So some, you would say, even from their mother's womb, they already had the new what technology is all about. And the impact of technology, like life generally, has both the positive and the negative. I would like to throw some figures at us using US data population, for instance. US, because information is readily available, like from the climate of the world that we are in, a lot of things happen, but we don't have access to statistics and figure. So which is why I'm talking about the US for instance. So we know that the US is over 300 million people, and digital natives, the Generation Z, which is the quintessential digital natives, an average of 24-25%, according to US Bureau of US Census Bureau, are born into this age, which is around 69.1 million of the total population of the United States of America. So you can imagine 69.1% of million people born into the use of computer. They've grown up with it. Even before they learn to say dada, they're already familiar with a smartphone. The challenge, of course, before we talk about the challenge, technology has made life easy. I'm in Nigeria. You just have you head to speak. In Canada, you hear in Bimbo in the UK, Tosin in Canada. It's a global village. You don't need to leave the comfort of your small cubicle in a corner of your room by your smartphone, and you know what's happening everywhere. You can readily get access to information at the fingertips. And with the AI generation, life now has been oversimplified. Just think about anything, and all you need to do is put it on Gemini, put it on Meta, Perplexity, and the likes of the AIs, and you get results. Positive side. But we also have the negative side of technology, talking about online bullying, online harassment, and this living the vibe, according to Tosin Social, she was talking. The internet now comes to determine the mood, our mood every day. Whether you're happy, you're sad, you're angry, the internet plays a major factor in the life of the teenagers. So there's a research that was conducted in 2020 by Pew Research Center that says about 59% of Gen Zs, which are the quintessential digital natives, have experienced one form of online bullying. 45% of this age bracket have also experienced online harassment. 70% have experienced not just online harassment, but name calling, physical threats, sustained harassment. Royal Society for Public Health 2019 research says that 54% of Gen Zs have experienced depression or anxiety due to social media use. 45% of Gen Zs feel overwhelmed by social media. According to stopbullying.org, in the 2020 research that was carried out, says that 36% of Gen Zs have experienced cyberbullying. I'm just trying to make us see that social media now dictates the life of an average teenager. You have 15% of Gen Zs experiencing unwanted, explicit images or messages. 12% of these Gen Zs have met someone in person who they first met online. We're just talking about US statistics alone. We're not talking about Nigeria. I'll talk about, so we can project this across nations. And you will see that social media has come to stay. So if you have my scale on a scale, please, the next slide, you have a teenager and the middle, and you have two sides to the scale. On one side of the scale is the social media dominance. And if you notice, intentionally, the color is green, because yes, that is what we have control. That is where we do everything we do. But on the other side of the scale, there must be some form of online safety. Where this is not in place, we begin to realize that a lot of things are happening. Sooner than you imagine, you hear a lot of people, especially the young people, the teenagers, committing suicide as a result of maybe a sexually explicit image was unintentionally shared with a friend that has gone viral, and that child can no longer, that teenager, that young person can no longer cope because everybody is calling him from school or calling her and making fun and jest of it. So there are online safety tips that must be adhered to. Just because of time, like our moderator, Bimbo, rightly said, that these are issues that we have to take one after the other. But there are some basic safety tips I just want to talk about as I begin to round up on this program. Number one is that as a teenager, you must regularly disconnect from technology to maintain mental and physical well-being. I have two boys between the age of 12, 13 and 10. They came back from school because they are both in boarding school, and I had to go get some other outdoor sporting activities. I got a gym bag, a gym set. I got the tennis outdoor. I just need them to go outside the house, because you could literally have them stay on the PS for a whole day, playing games, Fortnite, the likes, across with people from Israel, US, and all. And what happened at some point, especially when they are losing, when you're playing FIFA and the opponent is winning you, they begin to feel moody. So one of the main tips I would recommend on this platform is, guys, girls, please learn to disconnect from technology. Don't spend all your time all day. Inform a trusted adult. If somebody is trying to harass you online, somebody is trying to bully you, always speak out, stand out, talk to somebody. Don't bottle it all in. I read about an article of a young, I think about 13 years old, that sent a nude picture to a friend, and then it went viral, and she was afraid what the mom or dad was going to do to her. And after like 2 weeks, decided to commit suicide. And I was like, wow, somebody must have noticed some withdrawal symptoms. So please, if anyone is trying to harass you online, I beg you, reach out. And that's what this community, the Teens Factor, is all about. You can send a private chat, send a private DM. Somebody will be there to quickly respond to you, call out to ensure that you're okay. Adjust your social media settings. I love what YouTube is doing. I have my sons, because they are not yet 13, they can't live stream certain things. They want to play their Fortnite and live stream to the whole world, but YouTube will not allow it. So you must protect your environment. Having online safety settings is like having a key to the door of your room. As you see the teenagers write, stay out, mom, stay out, dad. Also, you can have a stay out on your online settings, so that it is only your friends that can see, not just the whole world. You must be aware of online risk. Fraud has been, the problem with fraud is that because these teenagers don't even have a credit card, a debit card, sometimes they are connected to their parents' banking financial information, and they want to pay for an app, pay for a game, pay for something. By so doing, exposing the financial information of their parents or guardian. This can create unprecedented impact. I love a film that was acted by Jason Statham recently, The Bees. I told my boys we had to watch it like 2 or 3 times, and I tell them, guys, you have to be careful. Yes, my credit card is on the PS, my credit card is on the YouTube payment, is on the iPhone, but please don't just expose my payment details online, because somebody can withdraw all my life earnings. Have passwords. Change your passwords from time to time. Don't give your passwords to your friends. Keep personal information private. Avoid suspicious links and downloads. This is the #1 effect that online has. So we call them phishing. Sometimes they send you a link that you want something. And I ask you, excuse me, did you apply for something that you want? And somebody sends you a link and says, get $10 free. get $20 free. Just click and share and get $50, £50, €50 free. There is no such thing as free lunch, guys. There is nothing free online. For any free link that is telling you to click, there are spywares. These are technical jargons I don't want to get into. But what they do is they monitor your activities and your information can be in the whole wide world. So once again, my name is Julius Macaulay. I hope subsequent series, we're going to talk more about online technology and safety tips and how you can, as a teenager, stay healthy, stay sharp. If there are questions, the platform is open. Drop a chat, drop a message, and we will respond to you. Thank you very much. I hope I've not spoken too much technical, like I see, technical jargons. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Can you just put your hands together? For him, that was a really, really beautiful one. And I learned a lot. Okay, you know what we're going to quickly do? Just put one thing you learned. One thing you've learned. I want you to put it on the page. Yeah? Yeah, the name of the movie is Beehive. Beehive. I haven't watched it yet, but I hope to watch it soon.
I really hope to watch it soon. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, all right. So I also need us right now to quickly remember that we need to go to the social media platforms to like, share, and comment. Please, if you have any question, any feedback, this place is a safe space. You want to talk to someone, you're in trouble, something's gone wrong. Please don't just say, I'm going to talk to my friend. You have a family here, you have people that you can talk to. Many of us, even when we were teenagers, we never used to like to talk to our parents about stuff. All right. But I think if you have someone out of the home you can talk to, this is a safe space, and you can be sure that everything is going to be all right. All right. So we're going to be going quickly to categories. Who's ready for game time? Who's ready for game time? Game time, game time. Can I see an emoji telling me you're ready for game time? All right, so I'm going to be asking my ID guy to get ready. So this game is called categories. So it's going to generate an alphabet. So for example, my name starts with T and my name is Tutu. All right, so T Tutu. So ways the category works is this, you can see what is on board now. It's letter R. You're gonna feel the categories aren't showing. Can you show us the categories, please? We can't see the categories. Thank you. All right. Okay, you can take this offline and then reshare once you're ready. So while I explain what's going on. All right, so you're gonna have like 10 to 12 questions you're gonna answer, and all of them must start with that R. Any letter you say. So it could change to A. So it could be a name of an animal. It's gonna be A for what animal now? Or let's say D for dog. Name of a country, Denmark. Name of my favorite vacation place, Dubai. Name of let me see. Name of a star. Who's D? Like that. So you just make sure that all of those things, you list them out. Don't list it separately, meaning type it together. So I'm going to write like dog, Dubai, Denmark, all together and post it. You have a limited amount of time to post your answers. And like I said, all of these games are coming with gifts. Okay, so I want to see the fastest, smartest young person here today. Please, host, you're not allowed to play this game. This is just for the teenagers. Okay, we know you know everything. All right, so are you ready, guys? Are you ready? All this, use social media, Gen Z, and all of that, Alpha Jet, all of you. We want to see all this, your prowess right now. So is IT Tech, are you ready for me now? Thank you. Categories. Here we go. It's a countdown. It's a countdown. So the first person to complete, and I have my back office people, they're going to compile, they want to see the best. So don't just write what's not correct, write what makes sense and what is correct. Okay. So If you're good to go, please go. The ball is in your court. You have only 120 seconds. Good. Time is going, time is going. Who's posting? Who's posting now? Who's posting now? R. Reasons to call 911. Things you throw away. Things found in a desk that starts with R. Famous females. Yes. Bodies of water that start with R. Places to hang out that start with R. Things with tails. Oh, there's one I know that is very, very, that a lot of people hate. That start with R that have a tail. Things you save up to buy. Names used in songs. Parks that start with R. Okay, can we have people typing? Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Oh no, type it together. Don't put it separately. Type it together. All your answers, type them together so everybody knows. Okay, Esther did this, Emmanuel did this, Rosie did this. So it's easier to monitor. So who's going home with that good ticket to a movie with their parents? With their parents' permission. Who's gonna have a full movie ticket? Who's gonna do that, please? Let's see it coming. And don't forget that our recordings will be available will be uploaded on YouTube. You can watch them on YouTube. And of course, the speakers will be coming back later, to have some more time with you all. Okay? Okay. And please, if you have anonymous questions and all of that, please do feel free to reach us. Okay, so R. This R is not very easy, but I think I'm answering some here. I'm answering some. Yes. Which park starts with R? Does it have to be in my country? Can it be worldwide? Okay, time is over. So please, can you restart? We have one more opportunity. We're gonna do one more. T. So let's go with T now. Tools that start with T, things you wear, computer parts. Yeah, we just talked about tech now. Okay, sports equipment. Yes, I know that one. The car parts, I know that one. So who's putting it down? Things you shouldn't touch. That starts with T. What could that be? Okay, a bird that starts with T. Okay, yeah, I remember one. Yeah, I know one. Things you see at the zoo that start with T. You didn't say only animals, you just said things you see at the zoo. So types of drink. What drink starts with T? Foreign words used in English. That's a tough one. I can see some people have already started posting. Oh, great. Well done, guys. Cooking utensils that start with T. I'm a kitchen woman. I'm a mommy, so I must know that one. Methods of transportation that start with T. Are you ready to go? So who's taking home our prize today? Let's keep those answers coming. Keep thinking. I know you guys are so smart. And don't forget, this is positive 10. The plus factor, you're standing out. And we believe in you. Yes, we believe that you do all things. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's keep it coming. You've got 30 seconds only. 30 seconds only. Who's taking home our prize? Who is doing that? Let's know now. Okay. Going. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. So just keep it coming. We'll be going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is over. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Please, can you just, wherever you are, just put your hands together for yourselves. I mean, some people, their heads are just banging like, oh my God. I wish I was younger. Maybe I remember some of those things. Okay, so quickly, I'm sure you've been having a good time, everyone, and it's such a beautiful opportunity to be with you all. Okay, so I'm going to be calling back. I'm going to be bringing back to this platform, the convener of this meeting. And you know, she's someone who's so passionate about young people. She's a social worker dealing with a lot of family, dealing with youth in the United Kingdom. She's a woman advocate. She's a Teens Emerge pioneer. She's a youth, girl, child, and women advocate. And she is passionate about youth having a safe space. You know, for many of us, if we had people around us when we were younger, we would turn out better. Yeah, I'm so sure about that. So she wants to create that space. And her name is Bimbo Shotayo. Please, can you put your hands together? Say hi to her, give her a thumbs up, say thank you. Yeah,
Have a seat. Open the
Put our
envelope.
hands
In the
together.
envelope are going to be cards with some questions. Answer them as honestly and openly as you can.
Can you please
Explain
pause
three
my
things
video?
that stress me out the
Please,
most.
can you pause? Can you pause this?
Basically, anything.
Wow.
Can you pause
Pause,
this?
please.
Can you pause this? Yes, let's welcome Bimbo Shotayo. She'll be talking about stress, mental health among teenagers. Thank you
Thank you.
so
Just
much.
I'll tell you when. Thank you, Tutu, for that well, introduction. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for still hanging in. Thank you for still joining. I'll try as much as possible to be as quick as possible because we've been doing all the talking and I want to encourage everyone to talk. So if you want to talk, just if you want to say something, aside from putting it in the chat, you could just raise up your hands. You could just give us a lifted hands so we allow you to talk. Like I said, we can't actually download everything we've got tonight. We just want to encourage you to just watch out for our subsequent editions and our content on our social media platforms. Yeah. So tonight, I'm going to be talking about teens, stress, mental health. But before I start, I just want you to just watch this YouTube video. And after now, I'm going to be asking you your own, what stresses you out? Thank you. Over to you, media.
Open the envelope. In the envelope are going to be cards with some questions. Answer them as honestly and openly as you can.
Explain three things that stress me out the most. Basically, anything to do with grades.
Trying to keep my grades up so my GPA can be high enough, you know, to actually get into a credible college.
Y'all are always on my case about getting B's and bad grades.
At times we feel like that you are not putting the effort into it.
You're not pushing yourself.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do we want to use the word yeah?
No.
Let's use good grammar.
Let's go to the next question.
Okay.
If I could change one thing in my life, I guess I would want us to have more money.
Okay. Let's be honest. Speak from your heart.
As far as going to college, if we had more money, then it wouldn't just be so stressful, you know?
Social media nowadays allows people to say anything they want anonymously, like people who make a fake account and they'll say all this negative and hate towards me, but in my face, in person, they would never have done that.
This is a big deal for kids, and they really have a hard time escaping from it. For many adolescents, carrying around this in their backpack is like carrying around the entire high school population on their backs.
If I could change one thing in my life, I would change my surrounding.
What do you mean change your surrounding? How so?
You know, how everybody getting shot and killed and stuff.
What worries me? So what worries me is that my friends won't like me. I just become completely lonely, be alone.
That worries you?
Yeah.
Well, when he said that, it almost took my breath away. At times, teenagers feel really disconnected. A parent has to be engaged and try to get a sense for whether the teenager is starting to feel helpless and hopeless.
Are you a STEM professional and are looking to apply?
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So, to all the teenagers in the house, I'm sure you can relate with one or two things there. So my question to you tonight is that what stresses you out? We've heard those people. So what can you put it in the chat box? If you want to talk, you can just raise your hand. You can give a lifted hand emoji and tell me, I want to say something. The platform is yours. The floor is yours to just say something. if you don't want to say anything, you could just put it on the chat group. What stresses you out from that YouTube video we've watched that teenagers get stressed with schoolwork? I tell you, that's a big one for most teenagers. And there's this family pressure. Teenagers get stressed with family pressure also. And so basically this evening, I'll be talking about what stresses us and how stress can actually impact on your mental health. So when I mention mental health, I'm not saying you're going crazy. No, I'm not saying when we hear mental health, we just think, okay, it's about somebody going crazy. Oh no, you don't have to go crazy to have mental health issues. For instance, having anxieties is mental health, can be a form of mental health. Having depression, I mean, not one-off anxiety. When you have having prolonged anxiety, been depressed, having low moods, we're going to look into that as I continue with my slides. Media, can we have the slides? I've got a couple of slides. I'm going to be skipping them because I want to ensure that I finish my talk by 6:15, so that everyone, you could ask your questions. And so by 6:15 to like about for 10 minutes afterwards, you can ask your questions across all the topics that we've talked about this evening. Can we have the second slide? So you can see that this is a teenager that is really stressed. So what is stress? Stress is how we react when we feel under pressure. It usually happens when you're in a situation that you cannot manage. I'm sure many of us have felt that way. Like I said, you feel stressed at times with schoolwork. School is in like some days to come. Many of us are going back to school. You're starting a new journey entirely, and you're already having that fear. You know, you're having that fear. Oh, anxieties. What do I expect? But it's all normal. It's all normal. Trust me. But what is not normal is when it lingers for long. Next slide, please. Start gathering your questions and tell me when you feel overwhelmed with issues, when you feel overwhelmed with activities at school, two things begin to go on in your head. Either of the two. I am good. I did a great job. I'm no good. Oh, it's okay if you feel good. You know, it's always good for us to feel good about what we're doing. And that's a positive mind. But oftentimes we realize that most teenagers, not even teenagers, even adults, many a times we struggle with, oh, I'm not good in this. I'm not good in this subject. I'm not good in this thing. I'm nothing. I'm useless. I'm a waste. And we feel so, and those are all symptoms of being stressed. Can I have the next slide, please? And so oftentimes, and how can stress affect you? Stress can affect you the way your body works. It can affect you the way you behave. You can affect in the way you think and how you feel. For instance, you see some people, when they are stressed, they just begin to shake or get angry. They become moody. They keep to themselves. I really want to hear from you. Please put it in the chat box. What stresses you out? Please be as sincere as possible. It may be your studies, put it there. It may be, oh, family, oh, my parents stresses me out a lot. They tell me to do this, they tell me to do that. Put it there in the chat box. It may be, oh, a relationship, a friendship, or something. Whatever that stresses you out, please let us get to here so we know what we can talk about it. Okay, somebody is saying my grade. Oh, I know that's cut across. The next slide, please. And can we look at what goes on in our minds, you know, what goes out in our thoughts? These are thoughts, people's thoughts. You say there's this thought at times when you feel stressed, you feel, oh, I can't cope, I'm useless. How many of you have ever thought about this? These things have come to your mind before. Oh, they're all looking at me. They think I'm stupid. I'm just going nowhere. They all know I can't cope. That's the thing about when you're stressed. Now, when you're stressed and you begin to have this thought, it's time for you to begin to think, oh, is there something going on here? Because I told you, it's okay to feel stressed at times. Even as adults, we feel stressed. Trust me. There are things that get so overwhelming for us. But at times, when the stress begin to give you some thoughts that are not so positive, that's when we need to be careful so that it doesn't lead to what we call mental health issues. The next slide, please. And at times, when you begin to have these thoughts, it makes you feel sad, annoyed, angry. Can I have somebody that can relate with this? Tell me, when you feel stressed, how do you feel? Can you just put in the chat box, tell me, can you relate with any of these listed feelings? Can you put in the chat box? Or if you want to say something, do we have any raised hands? How do you feel when you are stressed? How do you feel? Tell me. Let's see. Oh, you feel frustrated. Somebody said, I feel frustrated. Can I have one more person or two more people? Tell me how you feel. Tired. Oh, I can imagine that. Stress can really exhaust the energy out of you. Trust me, because you really need to manage. Somebody said frustrated and fed up. Another person said overwhelmed. Wow. These are all symptoms of feeling stressed. The next slide, please. Tired. Yeah, thank you for that. Dislike myself. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you now, has there been any situation that you felt stressed, that stressed you? We talked about grades. The video talked about grades, talked about family, pressure, talk about lack of money. What is that situation? So I wanted to do, so this exercise I'm going to give it's a bit of like a self-reflection. You can actually screenshot this on your phone and think about it afterwards. Just screenshots. You can use your laptop screenshots or your phone and think about it afterwards. So how do you feel when you feel stressed? How were you feeling? You can put the comments in the chat box. So what behavior? You realize that some people, when they are feeling stressed, they just begin to feel shaky. Some people shout, some people get angry. So when you feel stressed, how do you respond? What did you do in response to that? And when you feel stressed, what goes through your mind? What are the thoughts in your head? We've put it on the chat box. I've seen people that feel so stressed and they just want to take their life. Some people feel stressed and they begin to self-harm. Some people feel stressed and they begin to have suicidal thoughts. But what I'm here tonight is to tell you that we don't want you to get to that point. We don't want you to get to that point. And so that's why we're here tonight, to tell you about how to manage stress. And trust me, and what is the bodily reaction? Some people shake, some people feel tensed up. Stress actually makes some people fall sick. And that's why we don't want you to go through. You see, in the course of my profession, working with young people and children, I've seen people that have responded, their response to stress has not been so good, and it really has affected their mental health. But we don't want you to get into that space. Can I have the next slide? Somebody said, I felt sad. I disliked myself. Thank you for that honest comment. And how can stress affect our mental health? Like I told you, when we talk about mental health, it's not about somebody getting crazy. It's not about somebody having schizophrenia. It's part of it. Those are mental health. But when we talk about mental health, we're talking about the state of your mind. The state of your mind. So we don't want you to get to the point of that mental health illness. And that's why we need to talk about affect. I'm sorry, somebody's mic is on. Can you please mute? We wanted to talk about how stress affects your mental health, the state of your mind. We've looked at it. Stress can make you get angry. Stress can give you negative thoughts. Stress can give you low moods. Stress can give you anxieties. Stress can give you depression. The worst of all, stress can lead to suicidal thoughts. Stress can lead to self-harming behavior. I don't know if any one of you has got any friend that is in this, that has experienced any of this. I tell you, it can really, really be bad if stress is not well managed. And that's why we're saying that we may not be able to cover anything. If you feel stressed, please send us an email, reach out to us. We can offer a group or one-to-one session with you. The next slide, please. And some people, when they feel stressed, they go into substance misuse. When I talk about substance misuse, they go into alcohol, drug addiction, vaping, doing all sorts. But the truth is that all those substance misuse won't take away the stress. It only aggravates it and makes the person feel high at that moment, but it actually aggravates the stress. So if you have a friend that is trying to manage his or her anxieties or stress in a wrong way by taking into substance misuse, tell the person it can only aggravate it. The highest it will do is just to make the person feel cool at that point in time. But trust me, when the person comes off the substance misuse, the person is back to that which stresses is he or she. Let's look at the tips for managing stress. I tell people, look after your well-being. Can you say to yourself, look after your well-being? Find time to relax. And oftentimes, you know what happened? When I work with the young people I work with, I try to tell them, look for what you enjoy doing. Look for what is your focus. Rather than focus on what stresses you, focus on what makes you happy. Focus on your interests. Focus on your hobbies. Focus on your area of strength. So kind of get something that distracts you away from the stress. For some people, tell me, put in the chat box, what distracts you from stress? I want to hear comments. What distracts you from stress? Tell me, what do you do that takes away stress from you? Traveling. Someone said traveling. What else? Let me hear more feedbacks from you. What takes you away? What distracts you from stress? So the key thing I tell teenagers, young people, is that look for what takes you away from stress. Distracts you. Music, I guess, going out, writing. You have to look within you. What can relieve that stress? What can, at that point in time, what can take away that stress? So let's look at another one says, taking a walk, music, whatever works for you, please continue. Whatever works for you, you need to leverage on that. So let's look at another one. It says spending time in nature. Take a walk around. Look at how beautiful the nature is. Look at how beautiful just take a walk. Walk away from that stressful situation. Walk away from it. Another one says, look after your physical health. For instance, you need to relax, you need to sleep well, you need to eat well. It's not so for some people, they tell you when they're stressed, that is when they crave for sugary things. But you need to stay healthy because there's a way it has an effect on your physical health. And another thing is have a support network. Have a positive friendship group. Have a support group. I want to ask you, do you have, another person says, talk to an adult. Exactly. That's part of the support network. Many a times, I'm sure many of you can relate with it. You see your parents, they've got friends around that they just, when they're tired, they say, I want to go and visit someone. I want to say something. But you also, as young people, you have to have your own support network. You've got to have your own positive friendship group. When I mean friendship group, the people that you know that someone you can call, a friend you can call, a friend you can hang out with, a friend you can talk to that you know will make you feel better, not making you feel worse. So we encourage you to have positive friendship group. And one of the things we're doing this evening, one of the reasons for this, the Positive Teen Plus Factor online community is to build that support group for young people. So we are offering ourselves as your support network. Join the online community and trust me, we'll be there whenever you want us, whenever you need someone to talk to. And one of the things I tell the young people I work with is that, do you have a trusted adult that you can talk to? I think Tutu said something about that oftentimes there are some things, we've been there, trust me, there are some things we cannot tell our parents, but we can share with trusted adults. Look for, or somebody said my best friend, look for a trusted adult that you can talk to. What we want to do is to give you that support network, build a safe space for you to be able to talk. We're not saying don't talk to your parent. Please and please share your concerns with your parents. However, if you need someone to talk to, we are there. We're presenting ourselves as trusted adults that you can speak to regarding any concerns. And another thing is identify your triggers. What triggers that stress? Identify your triggers. What are the triggers? What causes you to feel stress? You need to identify, because what you don't identify, you cannot provide solution for. I need you to just mark that down. What you don't identify, you cannot provide solution for. So until you identify, for instance, if somebody is sick, until the doctor is able to diagnose what is actually wrong with the person, they might not be able to treat the person. So the next thing is organize your time and prioritize your to-do list. Organize your time. Set priorities for yourself. Have small targets. Rather than having large targets, have small targets, measurable, realistic goals that you take one step at a time. Life is one step at a time, trust me. You don't want to get yourself overwhelmed. Live it one day at a time. Identify and Prioritize your to-do list. I tell myself when I work, I said there is what is called know what is urgent and know what is important. Something may be important, but may not be urgent at that time. It helps you to prioritize. The next thing is take action in your community. What are you doing in your community? For instance, in church, what are you doing in church? Are you involved in activities? Look for something. Get involved in something. Volunteer somewhere. You're not too young to volunteer. Volunteer somewhere. Do something in church. Do something in a social group, a positive one. Do something. I tell you, to help you feel better. Then talk to someone and build that resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back. Let me tell you something. This life, even as you grow, even as adults, at every stage in your life, you get to face different challenges. And for every time you face different challenges, you have to build that resilience. And that is the ability to bounce back. Do you know when you have an elastic, when you stretch it, it comes back, right? That is what resilience is. Resilience means that thing may be there, that difficulty may be there. I may experience that thing. I may go through that hardship, but that hardship is not going to keep me down. That thing is not going to keep me down. I'm going to rise up. I'm going to step up. I'm going to stand out. That's what we're talking about. We want to encourage you that regardless of what we go through, that situation shouldn't keep you down. Don't allow it keep you down. Rise up. Brace up yourself. Dust yourself together and move on. Building resilience because you need it. Next slide, please. I'm almost rounding up. I have just 2 more minutes so I leave you with this. What do you want to choose this evening? Do you want to choose to keep on getting stressed, or do you want to relax? But for me, I tell you, take the chill pill, relax. Stress is not worth it. We go through stress. It's not abnormal, it's normal. But what is not normal is when it keeps prolonged, when it prolongs for long and it begins to affect your thoughts. Remember, stress affects your thoughts, number one. It affects your feelings. It affects your body, how your body responds to it. And it affects every aspect of your life. We don't want you to get there. And that is why I want to talk about it. I'm not able to say everything I want to say tonight. I've said so much in a short time. Please, media, can you enable people that want to give their comments across all we've talked about this evening? We've got about, I think, 10 minutes. So have we got up to 10 minutes? How many minutes do we have for that before you take up your own session? So yeah, somebody said, take a chill pill. Tell somebody, take a chill pill. Whatever you can identify, you cannot provide solution for. So have we got people that have got questions for us across board, across the topics we've talked about this evening? Remember, we've talked about your purpose and your passion. Is someone here that is saying, oh, I need to know my passion. Oh, I think I like singing. I think I like doing this. Does that mean that's my passion? That may be your question. You can put it on the chat box. Is there somebody that say, oh, there's somebody that I've been chatting with for long online. I don't know if it's safe. How do I hide something online? Whatever the question is, even if it's not what we've talked about, please, we've got about 7 more minutes to just ask your question. Just raise the lifted hand emoji and feel free to ask your questions. Yeah, thank you. Someone asked, how do you handle it when your parents are giving me stress and I can't leave home? Trust me, I see a lot of these questions. So I tell young people that whatever you're going through, speak to your parents about it. If you feel, and I want to encourage, I'm going to have a session with parents, because it's not just about children alone. I'm a parent and I'm talking to myself. I always believe in talk things with your parents, talk things through, let your parents tell them how you feel. See, the truth is that as parents at times, we may, it may appear as if we're not understanding at that point, but just look for when your parents are a bit relaxed, because at times the pressures we go through also can make us be on the edge at times, and at times like it appears we are not listening. But I tell people, share your concerns with your parents. Tell them, Mom, I think I'm feeling this way. If you feel, oh, your dad or your mom will not listen to you, just write it out. Just write a love letter to your dad or your mom and say, you know what, just write it and tuck it under their pillow. Tuck it where they can see it. This is how I feel, and I need you to listen to me. Have I answered that question? Okay, have I answered that question? Oh, somebody's giving me thanks. So we're gonna have, so just talk to your parents. They may not seem to listen. However you think may work for you, might just write them a note and just keep it somewhere. This is how I feel. Can we talk about it? Yeah, thank you. I don't know if there's somebody else who has a question. We've got 5 minutes on this session before I hand over to our moderator for this. I don't know what I'm saying tonight, what we're getting tonight. And I just want to say once again, be what you've asked. Is it a feeling that you have, or is it actually existing in reality? Because at times, I'm not saying oftentimes, because I don't want to at times, some things we feel is just in our mind. And if you feel someone don't like you, I always say something, talk to the person about it. Talk to the person about it. Because what if you keep silent, the anxieties, the low moods will keep building. And if you've made your own part and you've spoken with that person and the person is still not, nobody is worth your tears, my dear. Nobody is worth your tears. No one is worth that headache. Nobody is worth that worry. You can't be friends with everyone. So if you've spoken with the person, oh, I don't know what's going on, but I get this vibe that you're feeling this towards me. I could be wrong, but you can actually clarify that. And then say, oh, if the person still gives you that snobbish look, you've done your bit. I mean, move on. That's not the only friend you've got, There are thousands of people waiting to be your friend. You need to move on. I don't know if I've answered that question. It says, do you agree that a little bit of stress is good for people? In what ways? Yeah. A little bit of stress is good. See, stress has a good part and it has the negative part. For some people, they can actually function well being stressed. At times, I function well at times when I'm stressed. However, there's a way you can push. You push your body too much. Then I tell you, just a matter of time, then you just collapse. So I feel that at times a little bit stress, for some people, they function that. But the question is, why would you leave yourself to being stressed? At the end of the day, you may not see the ripple effect immediately, but over time, you will see the effect on you. I've got another question. How do we correct our sins in love? Oh, that's another discussion for another day. Please, that's another, I think we'll talk about that in another series. How do we correct our things in love? I think, how do we talk about I would like to say, how do we talk about our things in love? Sorry, I speak for both parents and I speak for young people too. So I have to strike the balance here. We'll talk about that in the next series. I'm also conscious, I've got 1 minute to go. Do you agree that a little bit? I think I've answered that. Yeah. So the person would ask me, how do we correct our sins in love? Watch out. I would say watch out for our next session. I'm going to hand over to the moderator now. She's going to run like what's it called? An evaluation, your suggestions. And for the person that asked that question, how do we correct our sins in love? It may be some of the parts of the feedbacks you want to give us, because we're going to ask you, what do you want us to talk about in subsequent editions? What we've talked about tonight, you're going to have it in captions in our content. Thank you. I told you I can talk, but please let me hand over because of time. Adetutu, thank you so much. Over to you, dear.
That was really, really beautiful. That was beautiful. Well done, Bimbo. I mean, it was so encompassing. I know I'm not a teen, but I think I've also been going through a lot of mental stress, and I think you highlighting all of these things, stress is so much of it.
Tutu, we can't hear you. Can you We can hear you
Can
well.
you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you
Can
better.
you hear
It's a
me
lot
now? Is it
better.
better?
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So I said thank you so much. It was a really good one. I said I, as an adult as well, I've also gone through a lot of mental stress, and the things you've highlighted have helped me know how to manage it better. And I'm sure, I hope my family will be able to give me some feedback and see whether I'm managing my stress levels better. Okay, so what I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to ask everyone a couple of questions. And the first thing I'm going to do is this. I need you to please comment 2 or 3 areas that you think teenagers need to hear about. Like next time this program, comes up, what are those things you want to hear about? There's no reason to be shy or be ashamed. What areas, please comment in the chat box right now. What are those areas that you would like to hear more about? There are no limits. You want to talk about relationships, you want to talk about sexual issues, whatever it is, please feel free to comment it. But if you're too shy as well, you can always send us a DM on our social media. All right, but please just highlight those areas that you want us to comment. Please, I want to see a few comments. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So quickly, we're going to do a brief evaluation about the meeting today, and we're going to give us between numbers 1 to 5. 1 being the least, 5 being excellent. 1 meaning it wasn't so fantastic or was 4. 3 means like average, and 5 means excellent. 1 means very poor. 3 means average. 5 meaning excellent. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can, do that. So are we ready for the feedback? Okay, so the first thing I'd like to ask is, how easy was it to join the meeting technically? Was it hard for you? Was it easy? Was it straightforward? Were you rerouted or redirected? Was it easy to join in? Technically, was it easy to join in? Between 1 to 5. Please, I want to see your comments in the page. Thank you. The chat box. Thank you if you can hear me. Great. Okay, some people had difficulty. Some people was quite easy. Great job. So that's the first question. How easy was it to join the chat room? Okay, so the second question I'd like to ask is, was it the timing of the program? Was it too long or was it too short? So if it was long enough, because we've practically ended, that would be a 5. If it was too long, you give us something lower than that, between 1 and 5. How long? How long? How long? Thank you. Was it in terms of the duration of the event? Thank you very much. Number 3 question is, how would you rate the speakers? Were they knowledgeable? And did they provide examples that you could relate with? Were the speakers, were they knowledgeable? Were they able to carry you along? How were you able to, move, with what was being said? So were they carrying you along between 1 to 5? Please, I'd really appreciate if you could put in your comments now. It is really, really important to us, please. Okay, so I'm gonna say the last question would be, will you attend our next webinar? 5 meaning for sure. Our next event, will you be willing to attend it? Yes, 5 being yes, and then not so sure, you know.
5.
Great. Oh, thank you. I love that somebody actually spoke up. Great. Good job. Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. All right. Thank you, everyone. So I'm just going to quickly run through a few announcements, and I'm going to do a quick roundup. Please, let's not forget that we're going to have many more opportunities to do this, and this is a safe space for you. You can always reach out, send us a DM on our social media, And you can be sure that all of this information is available for you on YouTube. So if there is anything we'd like to add here and round up, Bimbo, you have the floor. Thank you. My name is MC Tutsi, #1 lady MC in Canada, and it's been great moderating. And I look forward to seeing you at the next edition of the Positive Teens. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. But just before you go, I need to announce our winners. I'm sure you don't want to.
Congratulations.
And who is got so far the highest likes on our social media platforms? I've got MEOK280. Can you just pop your name in the chat group? MEO0K280. I need to know your name. Yeah, so you won the highest likes on. Oh, Richard, where are you from? Where are you joining us from? Can you just put it? I'm not going to tell you what the gift is yet until I identify you. Can you just put it on? You're from UK. Oh, that's good. Okay, thank you, Richard. I would like you. Can you just put your email address? So whatever gift we are giving you, I work with parental consent. And so whatever gift we're giving you, we're going to inform your parents, because I don't believe in strangers giving something to children and their parents are not aware of. Thank you. I'm going to tell you what you've won. And for the quiz, we've got Esther Bukoye. Esther, can you tell us where you're joining from? Esther Bukoye, we need you to reach out. Can you put your, can you pop in your email address on the chat group? So chat box. Oh, Esther is joining from Nigeria. Oh, that's fine. Esther, thank you for participating in the quiz. And for also, we have Moyo. Moyo, can you identify yourself? Where are you joining from? Moyo, where are you joining from? Okay, I think Moyo. Then there was somebody, is it Rosie? Rosie Lee. Oh, Moyo is joining from Canada. Thank you. So you, Moyo is for, she's, I don't want to call it the best participant, but there are 3 people that has been, what's it called? Featuring more on the chat group. They've been chatting, they've been giving emojis, they've participated all through across board. We've got Moyo. Moyo is from Canada, and there is somebody else, Timilenyi, and is it Rosie? There's some, can you just put your email address? Timilenyi, can you put your email address? So we've got Moyo, Timilenyi, and Rosie, Timilenyi Makinde, and Rosie. Please, we need to send you this email. So our gifts for the past, and we'll be doing that in all our events, trust me. For those in Nigeria, you'll be getting, would ask your parents, either a free movie ticket to go watch a movie of your choice and accompanied with popcorn and drink, or we give you a voucher, Spa or ShopRite, but we'll ask your parents about that. For those in Canada, for those in UK, you're getting an Amazon voucher. For those in Canada, you're getting an Amazon voucher in dollars. And for those in UK, you're getting Amazon voucher in pounds. Yeah, thank you very much. Watch out, stay tuned, watch out. And there is something coming up from next week. We call it Back to School, Back to School, Back to College series. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Watch out for it on our social media platform. Tips on how you can face school stress, bullying, assignments, whatever it is. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Moyo. Yeah, I've got Moyo. So we'll get back to you. Send an email to you. We'll check and we want to encourage everyone, join the online community, safe space. We talk to you, whatever questions you have. After now, keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting. Love you so much. Thank you. From every one of us, it's Abimbola Shotayo, Tosin Sosoya, Julius Macaulay, Blessing Amara. She's not speaking, but watch out for her. She's going to talk. Israel Bukoye, the media crew, Sam Shotayo from Tutu Agbola. We love you all. We look forward to hearing from you. We look forward to your feedback. We look forward to joining the online community. Thank you. Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy yourself. Bye.